Today I want to talk about how to make your strokes more powerful. When you think about power, you have to think about speed. You don't want to be thinking about muscling the ball or punching the ball. So in order to create more speed, we have to learn how to use your hands. There are three very simple things that we need to accomplish in order for your hands to move quickly. Number one, we need to have space for your hands to work. Number two, we need to be able to feel what your hands are doing. And number three, we need to have balance in order for your hands to be quick. So let's talk about the first one, space. So I want you to picture yourself driving a car. So you don't want to be driving really close to the steering wheel. You want to have that enough room where you can tell what's happening. You can turn right or left quickly. Okay? Some people call it also alligator hands when you're playing. So there's no way you can create any power if your hands are really close to your body. So that's the space. The second thing that we need to accomplish is feeling. We need to allow your hands to feel what they're doing in order for you to create speed. So if I want you to grab your grip really, really tight and tell me how heavy your racket is. I couldn't really tell you because all of a sudden my racket has become part of my arm. I don't feel it. Now I want you to relax your grip and tell me how heavy the head of the racket is. Now I can feel it. Now there's blood going in my hand, and now I can see how the head of the racket is suddenly heavier. So when you're hitting a stroke, if you're grabbing the racket really tight, number one, you're not gonna feel what you're doing. And number two, because the grip is so tight, you're not gonna be able to create the speed that you need to go from right to left. And the third thing is comfort, balance. So because you're generating so much speed, now your body is gonna fall. So we need to, number one, have your feet on the ground nice and tight. And number two, make sure that we anchor the bottom of your grip, because now the head of the racket is gonna start going really fast from right to left or left to right. The moment that we lose control of the base of the racket, you're gonna end up wasting time chasing the bottom of the racket. So it's important that we know where the head of the racket, and we think about the weight of the racket, the weight of the outside of the racket, because you gotta make sure that the head of the racket, the outside of the racket, goes from right to left or left to right. That's today's video. I hope that helps. See you next week.